When you're inconsistent as a brand, it makes it hard for your audience to remember or even sometimes even connect with your brand at all. Psychologically speaking, consistency is essential in order to help your audience to habituate to your brand. And that habituation only creates a foundation in your audience's mind if you can simply and concisely get across who you are as a brand. That state of mental ease is the very thing that helps your audience to fall in love with your brand. Here are the 4 layers you need to consider when thinking about how your audience perceives your brand. Number 1, core. So the core of your brand, or the heart of your brand, is at the very center of everything you do as a business. This layer includes your brand's purpose, vision, mission, and values. And with more consumers choosing brands based on aligned values, as well as helping to retain top talent, this layer is crucial to your brand's success. Stay true to your brand's purpose and vision. It will help to keep your brand strategy on course. Number 2, strategy. So the strategy layer is kind of like the brain of your brand. And this layer includes how you position your brand, who you're trying to reach, and how you're going to differentiate from the competition. This layer builds upon the core layer, but it also helps to start to build up that strategic plan that you can position your brand in the mind of your audience. Number 3, personality and voice. Embrace your brand's unique voice. So in this layer, you can use a mix of archetypes to create an interesting character that your audience is drawn to magnetically, that creates this differentiated personality from your competition. This must be authentic with who you are as a brand, but also how you help your audience. And this layer itself is often overlooked by businesses and rarely utilized to its full potential. But all the great brands that have the most iconic, memorable, and magnetic personalities are the ones that utilize brand archetypes and a mix of them to create a very individual personality. Make sure you keep your brand's personality consistent, or the mix of your archetypes consistent, because changing this consistently can actually confuse your audience. It creates a disconnect from the personality they expect to interact with, and it creates this ever-changing idea in their mind. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed the video so far, and comment below. Which brand do you think has the most magnetic personality or the most fun? Comment below. Number 4, your brand's visual identity. So your brand's visual identity is like the face of your brand, and this layer includes your logo, colors, fonts, brand collateral, signage, anything that's visual that's related to your brand is in this layer. Now this is the visual side of your brand, so it's an expression all through the layers that we've just talked about. So it comes from the core, who you are, what your vision, mission, values, and purpose are. That filters through into your strategic layer, the brain of your brand. That goes into the personality of your brand. And then from that, you get the expression on the visual side. And these all want to be in alignment, or what we call unified, right the way across the 4 layers. Now, visual consistency across all your touch points actually makes your brand more likable, more memorable, and actually sticks in your audience's mind a little bit better. Because if you have that disconnect again, like with the personality layer, if you keep changing up how your visual identity looks, or you keep throwing in different styles, you can actually create a disconnect from your audience where they're not expecting it, and it can overwrite the idea they have of your brand. And also, if you haven't got a formalized set of guidelines or a visual identity system, sometimes it can come across as looking unprofessional or sloppy, and it just doesn't look as good as it could do. So actually having that set of guidelines, that visual identity system that's consistent, that you can continually reproduce on different touch points right the way across the board, will actually help your brand to grow. We actually have a bonus layer, which is number 5, and that is your brand's messaging, or the expression of your brand's voice. Your brand messaging wants to utilize your unique brand personality and voice into targeted messages, strategic messages that are aimed at your target audience. Whether these are brand related and they're looking to position the brand in your audience's mind, or whether they're marketing related and they're looking to drive action, they still want to feel unique. The best way to stay consistent with this is have a messaging framework in place that you can refer back to. There's some great ones out there. One of the best ones obviously is StoryBrand. It's a great messaging framework, but you can't just rely on this on its own. You want to have that as the base, but you want to have some different messaging that you can use on a consistent basis, that you can continually go back to and use in your marketing communications, in your pitches, your sales pitches, in your videos, in your social posts. All these things want to connect, and the messaging wants to hit home continually. So now you understand the 4 key layers and the 5th bonus layer of your brand. Now it's time to think about doing a diagnosis on where your brand currently is. So we've actually got an assessment. It takes about 4 minutes. You go through a number of questions and it will give you a report that will tell you where your brand is strong, where it's weak, and how you can improve it. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please like this video and subscribe using the button below. Videos come out weekly and they're designed to help you unlock your brand's potential so you can stand out from the competition and create more impact. Have a great week, catch up soon, and keep those brands unified.